Back in that bathroom where we got the water spot on the ceiling there, and again the skylight really lights this up because there's no outside windows in it. It's a really nice bathroom. I really enjoy it. The shower is real nice and everything. A couple things about it is the exhaust fan. You would think, well, you just need a small exhaust fan like the other bathroom, but if you put more consideration into it, the density of moisture in here is much greater than the larger bathroom. So I went and put a higher, next size up, bigger fan exhaust motor in here to be more powerful, and it did cut down on the moisture on the mirrors when I take a shower. And just because it's smaller doesn't mean you go with a small exhaust fan. I believe the density of the water is trapped in here more than a larger bathroom, so you need a larger motor. So if you put a small bathroom in like this, consider the next size up exhaust fan motor, and it will remove that dense moisture. The other thing is, I'm a believer in FRP board. I put FRP up here all around wherever there's moisture on the walls and everything, and I think it just protects better than what paint would, so I use that. Again, I want to talk about DuraCube softener salt. We didn't need it. We didn't have iron in our water, so we used regular salt. But I noticed the film more and more on my shower walls. And so we cleaned them off. We switched to the iron out DuraCube. And DuraCube is much superior to other salt. I've even had professional plumbers, Brad from R.A. Flynn said there's no comparison. That's what he uses. And it's a much better product, the purity. But iron out will clean your pipes, keep them clean, and it does not leave that film on here that we had before. We'll talk about the floor mat here. It's a bathtub mat. I put a couple little holes in it, and I like when I take a shower, I don't reach over and clean between my toes, except maybe once every month or so. But so I let the drain go slow enough that about an inch of water accumulates in here while I'm taking a shower. And I believe with the antibacterial soap, I just wiggle my toes around in that 1 inch water, and I tell myself, well, that's clean enough getting that antibacterial soap. And I used to have an athlete foot problem, a fungus problem with my feet. And I'll show you the secret to how I got rid of that fungus problem. Most importantly, drying between your toes. The other thing about this bathroom is the door. You'll see I made something down here where when you open your door, where does the water go? Right on your linoleum. And I looked all over for somebody that made a door that would have a drain that when you open it, this moisture would go in here and then roll down here and into the shower like it's supposed to. Well, nobody made it, so I made my own, and it works real good. I would say 95% of the water that would have been on my floor is going into my shower stall, because it comes and runs out here and drains in here. You can see it when you're taking a shower, how it runs out and it basically pours down in there. So I don't believe you can patent something that's in general use. So if a shower door company saw this and put a patent on it, I think I would contest it. Today is July 15th, 2018, and this product is in use. So out of the goodness of your heart, and to differentiate your shower door product from another shower door, you can go ahead and use it. I'm not going to sue it, but if you get a patent on it, guess who's going to contest that patent? And I'm sure you're going to lose, because that idea is in use at this door. And I fully encourage door makers to make it, and I don't think I'd pursue lawsuits or anything. But for the general public and most people, this door is what you need to keep that water, when you open it, from dripping on your linoleum. Let it drip back into the shower stall. You'll see down here that in the past, what I have done on showers, I'm going to have to rotate around here. You'll see here, new linoleum, the caulking is not properly put in. The pros did not quite do it. And what I generally do on something like this, I'll take a piece of wood and put about 7-8 coats of polyurethane on it and make it really waterproof. And I'll take this quarter round, 3/4 inch quarter round and put in this crack and I was going to try Gorilla Glue construction adhesive to put it in, and then I was going to caulk around the top and the bottom to seal it a double pane, and that keeps that linoleum from peeling up. Every house I've lived in, that linoleum has peeled up because of all the moisture in there dripping down from these poorly designed doors and just being around the shower. And you can see here that this is going to peel up if I don't do something with it right away. So if you look at this, this is a classy looking shower because they got this little lip here. Now I thought, well, maybe I can still put my board in and caulk in here and make it look rotten. Kind of weird, but buy a shower door that's straight across, and you could use this kind of a piece in here as a double anchoring linoleum anchor and as a way to repel water away from that weak spot where linoleum peels up. But with this fancy door here, I can't do what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to go ahead and re-caulk this a little bit better than what he did. And I'll show you my caulking secret. It's got to do with putting painter's tape along here, and I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm going to do it real quick here because I want this to be better protected. And then you put your bead of caulk down here, you get a bowl of water and a bunch of disposable towels, paper towels, and you put your caulk in here, then you force it down into everything. And what happens, the excess comes up on this paper here, so you control your mess. And it's a real slick way to caulk. And I take my good thumb and I'll make it wider here if I have to. And the bowl of water and the paper towels, you keep yourself clean and you keep your finger wet, and you can work that to be a real nice caulking job by lining it with painter's tape. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to do it after I take off the film and get in my old clothes and go ahead and make this a better seal than what the professionals that put the linoleum down. They did a good job, but they can't do 100% correct 100% of the time. But I do not want this water to get down in here, and I'm so crazy about the water on this area here that is so weak and vulnerable that I made this trowel on my shower door to keep that water off of here. I also dry myself in the shower about 90%, throw my towel out here and step on it with my feet to dry the bottom of my toes and everything. Then I pick it up, and that helps keep my athlete's feet under control. In fact, since I've been doing this process of the antibacterial soaking in the 1-inch deep water here, I shall continue on and show you how I get rid of the rest of the athlete's feet and how it's never came back to me. But these are the bathroom ideas I've got. I would highly recommend you use a 3/4 inch quarter round on a new straight across shower and the tub also. But this is our bathroom, and it's really nice. Oh, the other thing is, I put in one of those automatic faucets where you just put your hand underneath it and it turns on and off. Boy, did I like that. Super nice. But after I had it 6 months, it started dripping. So I called the company up, and oh, yes. And right away, they were aware of it. It was kind of like, well, why are you putting out a product that you're so aware of a problem with? They haven't got their shutoffs or valves, whatever, correct. But so I'd like to buy another one, but I don't think the industry is up to the standards I'm looking for yet. So I went and got myself a faucet with these levers on, which makes it almost as easy. And believe it or not, this is the cheapest faucet they had that had the handles that I could just shove rather than turn. And if I'm eating an ice cream cone or got sticky fingers, you don't have to worry about touching this. You just use the back of your hand and close it. And they close really nice. In fact, they're off now, but yet look how much further yet they got to go till they're closed completely. I hope that's good design, easy to install. But the cheapest faucet they had was the one I wanted. And luckily, I'm very happy with it. So you don't have to buy the best sometimes to have the best results. I can't think of anything else in the bathroom. We call it the duck bathroom here. We've got some nice pictures of ducks and duck themed and everything. We've got a little duck peeking out up there. It's a nice little classy bathroom. But those is what I hang my towel here, so when I reach out, I can just reach out of the shower, grab my towel, dry off about 95% in there, and then come out and throw the towel down and dry the bottom of my feet off, and I get the back of my back too at that time. Well, I told you how I wiggled my toes in the shower with the antibacterial soap. After I dry my back, I come into my bedroom in the morning. I grab a pair of socks. I grab a good pair of boxer shorts. I put the boxer shorts down on this bed, which is a nice feature, and I finish drying the nether regions of my body down there with my boxer shorts, and I put my thumb in the top of my sock, and I go between each toe and dry them off and the tops of my toes. Then I put my socks on, and I'll take the other sock, put the thumb in the top of it, and I will go between each toe and dry all the moisture away, get it off the top, the nails and everything. Then I put my sock on. Since I've been doing this, I have had absolutely no relapses of any sort of athlete's feet. So I think the most important thing is to dry your toes off. And with this bed the way it is, it's very convenient. And after I get my socks on, I just reach up and I put my boxers on, and I go get my pair of pants. The other thing about this nice bed is when I get my pair of pants out, I got bad shoulders. One's been completely replaced, the other one should be. The height of this bed is beautiful. With this shoulder, back pockets are out of the question. I can't get anywhere close to it. It's the remaining bad shoulder. The only pocket I can use back here with my new shoulder is over here, where I put both my wallet and my handkerchief in. So in order to make life easy, I can't put my belt on all the way around with my one shoulder. So I have to put it on here. With the high bed, makes it so nice. I just go like this, run my belt through my loops, I've got my belt in now. I also can look in, because if this pocket's curled up or sticking out, I got no way, because this shoulder can't get over to it, the good shoulder, and the bad one won't reach it. I can see my pocket's in there right, and I just pull it out and put it on my pants. So this bed is large, it is nice. I got bad shoulders. I can't sleep in certain positions. I have to spread out. There's some pain when I roll over, but the larger bed has made much more comfort for myself and my wife and everything. So this large bed is all right, and I recommend it if you got bad shoulders, and I recommend this little seat here if you've got athlete's feet, because it sure makes it handy to dry your feet off with the top of your sock every morning.
It's nice for putting your shoes on too.
Yeah, putting your shoes on too. It's very nice. And it's got drawers underneath here. But you can see life is better every day in our life because of little things like that. I don't have the irritation, the itching in my feet anymore that I used to have for years. And if you come in here, Judy, you can see I was going to put a piece of board down here to get the moisture away and protect it. But again, we got a fancy tub that's got this little lip here, and I'm just going to recaulk this a little bit more to give it a little more moisture resistance. When you get in and out of the tub or whatever, that always peels back. All the other houses that have linoleum around the tubs and the showers, guess where your failure comes on your linoleum? Right there. And again, the solution I used to use at the other houses when I put new linoleum in was to put this 3x4 piece of wood down and trim down and use construction adhesive underneath it, and then mask tape it off, and then put a thin line of caulking on the top and on the bottom, and it really keeps the moisture away from that vulnerable spot where the linoleum meets your shower and your tub. You got a picture of that down there? All right, very good. I may go ahead. That's all right. I want to give a few comments about my bathroom. With no lights on, the skylight really does bring a lot of light in here. There's no windows in here. So the skylight is a nice feature, but it just needs to be installed correctly. We'll start with over here. I had one of those automatic faucets in where you just put your hands under and it runs, and I loved it. The trouble was, about 6 months into it, started dripping out of the faucet. And I thought, what the heck is this? So I called up the company, and they knew exactly what it was. Well, that tells me they just don't have things quite engineered correctly enough to use that. So I took it out and went back to an old standard faucet. If anybody knows of an automatic brand that works good, give me a call on my email address and let me know what it is, and I'll put one of the automatic ones in. But right now it seems like they're not designed quite well enough yet. I want to comment about my shower here. I put FRP board up all the way around. I believe that protects better than the paint, and it came out pretty good, and it does seem like it does stand the test of it's been in there for a year or two. Another comment is the bathtub. I drilled just a couple of holes in it so that about when I'm done with my shower, there's about an inch of water in there, and I use antibacterial soap, and instead of washing between my toes, I just squish them around in there and hope the soap does its job. I used to have a problem with athlete's feet, and I'll show you in the next segment exactly how I take care of it. And again, I'm a little too lazy to bend over and do my toes. I'm sure a lot of other people are, but I found a way to cure my athlete's feet. Now here is something that I made. When you open this door, guess where your water goes? It goes right here where your linoleum edge is. And most people have to replace the linoleum in their bathroom because it's peeled up around your sink or around your bathtub or your shower down at the bottom. Moisture drops down there. Eventually, in a few years, it starts curling up. So I built this, and when I open the door, the water that's wet here just runs down here and back into the shower where it should be. Now I can't, for the life of me, understand why a door manufacturer hasn't done this on their doors. You would think that it would differentiate their product from another and would be a good item on the door. But I made one myself, and if a door company patents that and has exclusive rights to it, I'll be seeing them in court. I wish every door manufacturer would make it. If they do, I'm not going to say a word, but if they do patent it and they want to use it exclusively, today is July 21st, 2018. The product is in use, and usually if something's in use already, you can't patent it. So door manufacturers, I'd like to see you make a trial like that, to where instead of the water drips on my floor out here, the water off the door will go back into the shower. I find that that's cured a lot of my moisture problems on my new linoleum here. Another comment I want to make is the exhaust fan. It used to have a small motor in it, and I'm sure the thinking was, well, it's a small bathroom, so it won't need much to draw the air out. But if you give it more consideration, what really happens is there's more moisture that's trapped in here because it's smaller. It doesn't have the disbursement like a large bathroom would have. So I want a size larger on my motor, on my exhaust fan. There's a few decibel levels higher, but I'd rather have a little bit of humming noise rather than my moist mirrors every time I get out of the bath or the shower. And I do notice a difference with a larger motor in the exhaust fan, that it does seem to take the moisture out quicker and better. So Just because you have a small bathroom doesn't mean you need a small exhaust fan. It may mean just the opposite. You may need a larger motor to get rid of that moisture that's trapped. I believe it's more dense in here. Now here I'm going to put in a piece of wood, polyurethane on the top, use construction adhesive, and I'm going to show you how my other houses I prevented this linoleum from weakening around the shower stall. Again, I use my painter's masking tape, and I'm going to shoot construction adhesive along here, and then I'm going to take the tape off, and then I'm going to put my polyurethane board in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and caulk the edges of that board. You'll see this fancy design here. I'm going to have to put extra caulk down there, but it's better than what you usually do in a house where that moisture gets down in here and eventually your linoleum starts peeling back. So that's the thing we're going to do today, and as we progress through it, I will take shots of how it's going. Okay, I've got a bead laid down of my adhesive material, and I hope I don't have too much. I hope I've got enough. But I can control where it is by putting this tape on. And we shall see. I'm hoping to shove it down and it squishes out along the sides, and it don't squish out too much around the top or the sides. Doesn't look too bad. It got a few spots it came out on. I'm going to shove it in here a little bit further. Shove it in there a little bit further. And I'm going to clean the excess that came out before it dries. I take a screwdriver with a sharp edge. And we'll wipe that clean. I'll get down where I'm comfortable. And I'll wipe that clean. And I'll wipe this clean. Well, I'm happy with that. We're going to take painter's tape and mask it, and I'll re-caulk it with a bath and tub sealant. Give me another rag there, Jay. It takes 24 hours for that construction adhesive to dry, cure I should say, and It looks like I came close to having the right amount. Couple spots I had too much. Spot or two, maybe I didn't have enough.
But your caulk will seal it, right?
The caulk will seal it and make it look good. And I'm not going to booger with it too much more. And that should stay there for 15, 20 years. I would imagine 30 years. And once I caulk the top of it and get it sealed on top and sealed on the bottom with caulking, bath and tub caulk, it should be real good. And instead of that linoleum being flat there for 15, 20 years, I'm hoping that linoleum, not only the adhesive got down in and had made the linoleum a better seal and made it almost anchored it with the adhesive, and hopefully this will last 40 years before this linoleum peels up. But between the angular piece to where I keep my moisture off the inside of that door into the shower stall and this, I should have quite a lifetime of trouble-free linoleum underneath that door. So that's how I do it. We're going to go do the bathtub now and put the same type of board in front of the bathtub and hopefully give that linoleum twice the life it would have had there too.